They don't teach about money in school, but surprisingly enough, you can actually learn a lot about becoming a millionaire from school teachers. Dave Ramsey and his team conducted the largest survey of millionaires, and surprisingly enough, the number 3 profession on that list was teachers. I know you might be thinking lawyers, doctors, etc. Teachers make on average $65,000 a year. And so I want to break down for you the 3 things that you can learn from teachers that'll help you become a middle-class millionaire. So you may not know this unless you've been a teacher or you are connected with a teacher, but teachers are actually forced to invest a very specific amount of their money. That money goes into a pension plan, and it's not even something that they get to opt into. It's automatically pulled out of their paycheck, and that creates forced scarcity. What that means is that they're forced to live on less than what they would make. But let's say you're not a teacher. Well, let me walk you through how you could apply forced scarcity into your own world. Create automatic distributions into a 401k or an IRA account. You can treat that almost like a bill that you would pay, like utilities or rent or groceries. Literally just make that be a line item that's a non-negotiable in your budget. And don't worry if you can't invest big right now. Even starting with 1 or 2% is giving yourself a huge head start and helping you build that muscle memory.
Show me the money.
Now, the other thing that we can learn from teachers is they start early. The average time that someone starts teaching is when they're 22 or 23 years old, which means that they're automatically enrolled into this pension plan at a very young age. Most people, when they're younger, they think, you know what, I'm too young to have the money to invest, or I don't need to worry about that just yet. Teachers, again, they don't have that option. They're forced into investing. It may not seem like a big deal, but if you invested just $100 a month for 25 years, getting typical market returns, at the end of that time period, you would have $130,000. But if you waited and continued to do that just another 10 more years, well, then it would go up to $230,000, a $100,000 difference. And if you waited just 5 years more, you would have over $400,000 saved up. So needless to say, if you can get time on your side, you are going to be able to effectively build wealth, just like teachers do. The last thing I think we can learn from teachers is to just live within our means. They make a modest salary and they still invest. And so if you started by just investing 1% this year, maybe move it up to 2% and then 3% each year. And as you get pay increases, just continue to invest the percentage that you invest every single year. Whenever I like to think about my ability to invest, I remind myself that there's somebody that's making less than what I make, living in the same area that I live in, who is getting by. So what is my excuse for not being able to live more within my means? I'm encouraging you to be more intentional about your money, because if you can create forced scarcity, avoid lifestyle creep, and start investing early, you have an amazing opportunity to become a middle-class millionaire and reach financial stability. Becoming a middle-class millionaire is actually less to do with how much money that you make. I'm not saying that income isn't important. Instead, I'm encouraging you to be more intentional about what you do with your income. A lot of people will see financial content online and they find it unrelatable. No one wants to have a million Airbnbs. Nobody wants to do drop shipping. And so that's why I think focusing on realistic and relatable ways that other people are becoming millionaires is actually a much better way to learn about financial literacy. And if that resonates with you, follow along for more tips on how you can become a middle-class millionaire.